What's going on, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and everything relating to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Today, we have two really big pieces of new information about Spider-Man No Way Home. One is a scene involving Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and Andrew Garfield. We have seen leaked photos of this scene before, even a leaked video, but now we have some dialogue to go along with it, and the dialogue is very clear. So of course, I'll be breaking that down, but also, we have some new information about a very specific scene from Spider-Man No Way Home as well. Some new things have come to light about a certain scene, and with 4K trailers, we're able to see a little bit more than we were before, and it looks like we could have been really wrong about one of the members of the Sinister Six. But this is probably a good mistake on our part, because you're probably going to like who the villain actually is instead if these rumors are true. And if you're new and this news interests you, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. So we'll first start off with this new audio that we got in the scene that is known now as the caught in 4K scene. We had the leaked photo of Andrew Garfield come out. A lot of people said it was fake. Andrew Garfield said it was fake, and then we got a 4K HD video of the actual scene proving that it was indeed real. Unfortunately, with this video, we did not get any audio. It was just video. However, if you paid close attention and tried to read Andrew Garfield's lips, it did look like he was saying something like, "So you have like web blood." If this is correct, this is obviously him talking to Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, who does not have web shooters but produces them organically. Well, now we have audio that kind of does prove that this is what he's saying, because the audio is now coming from Tobey Maguire. Now, I want to add that we are not sure if this is 100% real or if it's fake. It does appear to be real, but a lot of people are trolling right now, so take this with a grain of salt. It's not 100% confirmed to be a real leak. However, it does kind of seem like it is. Now, we have two different audio clips, which I believe are actually from different scenes, or at least different sentences, but we have two nonetheless. If these are legitimate, I unfortunately cannot put them on here. However, if you go to my Twitter, I quote tweeted a link to this audio with the title "Real or Fake." So simply go to my Twitter and you can hear it. My Twitter handle is @CosmicWonderYT, and you can find that in the description and the pinned comment. The first one is him saying, "On my world, Octavius died." Now, we obviously know what this is about. In Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock died at the end. And he did have a redemption at the end, which I'm curious to see how that plays out in Spider-Man No Way Home, because he sacrificed himself, but he was sacrificing himself to save everybody from what he created, so, you know. But he had a change of heart nonetheless at the end, and he redeemed himself, so now in Spider-Man No Way Home, it looks like that's all gone out the window. But from this line, it's very clear that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man has seen Doc Ock, and he is telling the other Spider-Man that in his world, Doc Ock died. Now, we actually know how Doc Ock comes back. We know because director Jon Watts told Alfred Molina, and Alfred Molina told the world in an interview. Alfred Molina himself was wondering how he was going to come back when he died in the last film, and Jon Watts told him that in this universe nobody ever really dies, and that they were going to pick up his character from that final scene in Spider-Man 2. So there is a chance that he gets taken from the water before he actually does die, because obviously we have seen him in the trailer and he recognizes Peter. Now, he could be a variant, but I'm still going to assume that he's from Tobey Maguire's universe. Now, the other set of audio goes with what we believe Andrew Garfield was saying in that leaked video. In this one, Tobey Maguire says, "You both have web shooters." Now, if this audio leak does indeed end up to be real, this obviously would be a part of the same conversation in which Andrew Garfield, what we believe him to be saying, says, "So you have, like, web blood." If these leaks are true, this obviously means that the three Spider-Men are going to have a conversation about the obvious. And that is that two of the Spider-Men, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, have web shooters, but Tobey Maguire produces his webs from his arms organically. As most people know, they come out of his wrists. And if you haven't seen the first three original Spider-Man films, I highly suggest you do that before Spider-Man No Way Home comes out. If this happens, this is truly great because that means they're going to acknowledge those little details that we want them to acknowledge. Technically, these Spider-Men, the three of them, are going to be variants of each other, and it would be very cool if they noticed the differences that each of them have, the web shooters being one of them. I'm also really curious to find out about the relationships that they've had in their own universes. As we know, Tom Holland's Spider-Man had a really great relationship with Iron Man. So I'm curious as to if the other two Spider-Men went on to have a relationship with any of the other Avengers. Regardless, I can't wait to see all three Spider-Men on screen. If everything ends up being real, which I truly do think it's going to be real, we will see them all on screen, and hopefully it's just going to be an extremely fun time. Now, as I mentioned, we have another scene to talk about, and that scene is from the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer when we see Tom Holland get attacked by something from behind. We have a lot more details about this scene. Now, we originally thought that this was the Lizard, but when we look at this in 4K, I'm not so sure anymore. It doesn't seem like this person has a tail. In fact, this actually kind of looks like Venom. Now, let's not start any Venom is confirmed for Spider-Man No Way Home rumors, because we still don't get a crystal clear look at this, but to me, it really does seem like we can't see a tail here. Now, some people have said it's the Hulk. I definitely do not think it's the Hulk. Some people have said that it's Abomination because of what we saw in Shang-Chi, but I don't see any like spikes around his neck or anything like that, so I don't think it's him either. So I'm definitely thinking it's either Venom or the Lizard. And again, I don't see a tail, and if you saw the Venom post-credit scene, anything's possible now. And that's all I'll say about that. However, it's very clear here that this creature, we'll say, goes to attack Peter, but hits a magical barrier. We have heard that Doctor Strange is going to keep these multiversal villains in some type of prison. And it looks like that is exactly what we are seeing here. It looks like Peter is at the Sanctum, and it looks like he is looking at all of the multiversal villains that Doctor Strange has captured. Now, according to an accurate plot leak from here, Peter kind of disagrees with Doctor Strange about keeping the villains prisoners and sending them back to their own universes, because if that happens, they will die since they are taken from the point of right before they die. Doc Ock taken from the water right before he drowns, the Green Goblin taken probably before his glider runs into him, and so on and so forth. And if you take a look at the background of this, it does look like the background of a scene that we saw in the trailer. The room in which Strange does his spell. It looks like there are rooms in the background, and one of these rooms looks like the room that either the Lizard or Venom is in. So it looks like the spell causes the multiverse to break, and some of the villains come into the Sanctum, in which Doctor Strange then imprisons them. So it looks like that is the scene that we are seeing here, either the Lizard or Venom in a prison, a magical prison that Doctor Strange has put him in. This means that the others will be put in prisons as well, and the plot leak is most likely true, where Peter and Doctor Strange kind of fight, and the result is the villains get let out of these prisons, leave the Sanctum, and then start to terrorize New York. Which, obviously, they have to get out because they're the bad guys. They can't be in prisons the whole time. So, be sure to let me know what you think about this, and be sure to let me know what you would like the three Spider-Men to talk about when they finally get together on screen. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates, you can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.